The UK driving test requires a candidate to demonstrate their ability to manoeuvre the car at low speeds, including an element of reversing, in a randomly selected set task, all of which come with requirements of having the ability to control the car at low speeds to gain a degree of accuracy dependent on what you're expected to do, as well as having a sufficient level of observations so that you can identify and deal with any hazard that you may encounter. And the first one we're going to look at is the forward bay park, introduced in 2017. Whilst it is recommended to reverse into a bay, we may occasionally need to pull into a bay in the forward direction. Initially, we can have a look at the manoeuvre from the outside of the car, and then secondly, an inside view of the car with a step-by-step guide and how to do this showing the driver's view. If the driving examiner requires you to carry out this manoeuvre, they may say, I would like you to drive forward and park the car into a convenient bay within the lines, either to the left or to the right. So let's initially have a look at a bay on the left. In order to carry out this manoeuvre, we have to park the car in a bay adjacent to the road we're driving on, meaning we cannot drive on any other bay as we carry out this manoeuvre, either as we drive into or out of the bay once complete. And we must have the car within the lines either side of the car, as well as the lines in front and behind the car. And the best bay park in terms of accuracy can be ruined by a lack of observations. You must be aware of your surroundings at all times. Once you have parked the car, the driving examiner will ask you to reverse the car out of the bay, either to the left or to the right. We are not allowed to drive in any other bay adjacent or behind us. Once completed, the driving examiner says, drive off when ready. Good effective observations are required throughout. Good use of mirrors and ensuring we're looking out the back window as we do any reversing. You may be blessed with the natural ability to be able to do this without any further help. So fantastic. So make good use of lines to the left and the right of you, as well as any bay in front of you to give you spatial awareness. But a driver's view will demonstrate the use of reference points and a consistent method to give you the ability to give you reliable accuracy to meet the standards of the test. Either way, practice is advised. So now let's look at a driver's view with a step-by-step process and introducing reference points when to turn. You'll need to work with your driving instructor to find out what works best for you. The driver approaches the bay with his car straight and positioned over to the right of the road to give him maximum turning space. He lines his shoulder at the halfway point of the bay before and applies full lock left. This is his turning point. Fast steering, slow car is essential. So, from a driver's view, once the bay is selected, check your mirrors and left signal and move the car over to the right, approaching slowly and straight. Look to the left to find the turning point, and once the shoulder is lined up halfway of the bay before, full lock left. Get your head up, take your full lock off when the car is straight. Use the forward reference point to make sure you haven't come in too far. Bring the car to a stop and secure it with the handbrake, and check that you're in the bay by checking that you're in the lines either side, and then wait further instructions. And those instructions will be to reverse out of the bay when safe and drive off into the appropriate direction. So prepare the car in reverse, a full set of observations including both blind spots and all mirrors, and in assuming safe to do so, you must look out the back window over your left shoulder as the car is moving. Apply full lock as soon as you're out of the bay. Stop before the bay is behind. And prepare the car in first gear, followed with another set of observations. And pull away slowly, applying sufficient opposite turn, so not having to drive on the bays we've just come out of. So now let's look at the forward bay park when the bay is on the right hand side. And it's very similar to the left hand bay park, apart from the fact that you're going to give yourself room by bringing the car over to the left of the road check your mirrors and put the right hand signal, and turning in full up right, but your turning point will be different, which we're going to look at next. Once satisfied that the car is in the bay and nicely secured and in neutral, we follow the examiner's instructions of reversing the car out to the bay, again full observations needed, bringing the car back as far as we can without driving on the bays either side of us or behind us, and then driving off to resume the test route. Again, after checking it's safe to do so with adequate observations. Again, it is important to work out with your instructor to find a turning point that works best for you, your seat position and the design of the car. But here we're lining up our shoulder 30 centimetres, a ruler length, past the first line of the bay before, and then applying full lock right. So now the driver's view, the process as before. Select the bay that you wish to park in, mirrors and right signal. Bring the car over to the left and approach straight. Look to the right and select your turning point. Full lock right, and the car moves into the bay. Keep the full lock on until the car is straight, and then 1.5 turns to take off. Look for the forward reference point again, line up the wing mirror to the curb. Secure your car, gear in neutral, and await further instructions. An angle view this time, looking out the side window as we come into the bay. You can see the right hand line of the bay that we're parking in. With a bit of practice, you can use this as a good indicator of your car's position, and if necessary, you can adjust. Of course, the final part of this manoeuvre is reversing the car back out of the bay. Just follow the same instructions as the forward left bay park, ensuring that an accurate bay park is not ruined by a lack of observations. Remembering, it is important and imperative to look out of the rear window as the car is reversing. Finally, do not panic if you cannot get the car within the bay lines first time of asking. You would normally be given another opportunity. Just bring the car back out of the bay and readjust coming back in again. And as long as you have the car within the bay lines, do not take an age to do it, and have good observations throughout, you would normally pick up a minor driving fault. If you have any questions relating to this video, please do not hesitate to contact me. Otherwise, thank you for watching, best of luck with your driving endeavours, and please check out other videos in the Driving Ambition series.